Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Indigo, and welcome back to the channel. Y'all see my shirt. Y'all know what we're gonna be talking about today. I will be reviewing AEW 2021 Full Gear. It is done in the books, and might I say, this could be the greatest pay-per-view they've done up until this point. I will have to double fact that and go back and really rewatch all other previous pay-per-views, but as it stands, in my opinion, this was the greatest pay per view AEW has put on since they've been in existence, which is now 2 years. And we're going to be talking about it because I got the notes. And we're going to celebrate today. My guy, Adam Hangman Page, finally did it. Like I said, AEW has been in existence for 2 years now. And this was one of the things that I was waiting for most. So, without further ado, Hangman Adam Page, this one's for you. Yeah. Um, please hit the like button, guys. I say it all the time. You hit the like button, it helps out my channel more than you think, and I go greatly appreciate it. I don't want to see like 15 people watching this. There's like 2 likes. It don't add up to me. So again, if you're seeing this, hit the like button and definitely comment. Let me know your favorite part and match of the show. I got my favorite match, and we'll talk about it shortly. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Full Gear, and if you agree with what I said about this being one of, if not the greatest pay per view they've done up to this point. Because there are contenders. Don't get me wrong. And if you guys missed any other videos on the channel, definitely check them out. I previewed and predicted this show with two of my best friends in the community, Cameron Johnson and Gamers Goon. Shout out to you guys if y'all watching this. I thank you guys again for being on the channel. I had a blast. And it won't be the last collaboration, especially with those two. You will see them on my channel more frequently moving forward. Like I said, two of my best friends, and they two of the smartest people when it comes to this shit. And I got more videos coming. Definitely, you guys will definitely get a Battle of the Valley review from me. That's why it took so long to upload my review. As soon as Full Gear went off the air, I went straight to New Japan. And after New Japan, I watched a little of Stardom, which I still ain't finished yet. I will finish it after I record this. And yeah, it was a busy weekend for wrestling fans. And I was saying on Twitter, it wasn't just about AEW this weekend. So I say all the time, support the other promotions that's out there, such as GCW, MLW, TJ, PW, you know, companies like that, House of Glory. Shout out to JD from New York and Jason Solomonster. Um, they killed it, man. I definitely hoping to go to their next show next month. If you guys don't know, it's gonna be Malachi Black, AEW's own, versus the Amazing Red. That's gonna be a banger. So I really hope I'm able to attend that one. And I say all the time, this is a great time to be a fan, especially if you're a fan that took a break from this. This is a perfect time to get back into it because there's so much going on right now. And Full Gear is one of those things. There's a lot to go over, guys. So let's do this because I don't want to waste your time. So, like I said, let me know your guys' favorite match of the show. If you could pick one, for me that would be that. For me, that's going to be Darby Allen versus MJF. And this was the opening match. Or before I start the review, I did not watch the buy-in. I wasn't home yet at the time, so I missed it. But I will definitely check that match out. And yeah. So like I said, we getting into the show right now. So it's MJF versus Darby Allen. Like I said, this was my favorite match of the night. These two killed it, and they shut the haters up, man. I said it on Twitter. you know, people have their stuff to say about MJF, how he's just a talker and that's it. Um, Darby Allen, you know, people say that he's basically a stuntman. That's the biggest criticism that people say about him. But Darby Allen shut y'all up. Cause I've been knew he could go. And MGF, I've been a fan of MGF long before the AEW came into existence. He was MLW champion. That was great stuff. If you guys missed that, definitely check it out on YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube. And MGF said it best. These two are the four pillars of the company. The other two being Jungle Boy and Sammy G. And these two, they killed. I can't recover move for move. That's how fire the match was. But MGF, he's a classic professional wrestling heel, man. So there was the big story in this match was MGF. He basically suffered a knee injury, quote unquote, but he was playing it off as if he really did. You know, popped his knee, and it was a great selling point of the match. Darby worked around it a lot, especially when you're in the ring with your opponent is obviously limping or whatever, holding an injured part of their body. Definitely take advantage of it, and that's what Darby Allen did. And I can't really call this match move for move. It was that fire. Um, if you missed it, definitely go back and check this match out because one of the reasons why this was my favorite match of the whole pay per view was because they set the tone for the rest of the show. It was hard to really follow if you ask me. The other matches that came out, we're gonna talk about this, but the matches that came after were so rapid, and they had competition. MGF and Darby set the tone, and it was a great match, man. I said this in my last Dynamite review. This is definitely a future AEW World Heavyweight Championship match at a big pay per view in the future. And this is far from over. This is like the setup to that trilogy. Because these two right here were grows together. We saw it. We saw it here at Full Gear. And again, this was a straight wrestling match. Towards the end, where you had Warlord and Shawn Spears come out and Sting interfered with that. Not interfered with the match being over, but he stopped them two from coming to the ring and causing a DQ. So up until that point, it was just a straight wrestling match, and that was great to see. And like I said, it set the tone for the rest of the show moving forward. And this was a big show, guys. By that I mean like the matches just went straight. Match ends, next match starts. They really gave the promos that they usually do before a match starts, and it was just rapid. There was really no time to really take a break for me, at least, until the street fight happened. Because I did not watch that match. I don't know. When we got to that point, I feel like this is the perfect time for me to take a break. Everything else, match ends, you go to the next match. Match ends, you go to the next match. It wasn't really time to breathe, especially certain matches that had endings that needed to breathe. They just really rushed the people out the ring. You know, we're gonna be talking about this a lot throughout the review. Next up, we got the Lucha Bros versus FTR, which was for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Again, these two teams rose together, and we've seen it multiple times on AEW television, and this match was no different. And rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero, because yesterday was the anniversary of his passing, and it actually happened in the same city that Full Gear took place. And I'm happy that we saw many tributes to Eddie Guerrero because he paved the way for a lot of people today that's doing what they do in the ring. You know, especially my girl Sasha Banks. You know, again, it's sad. And I remember when his passing happened, it was just a crazy time. And Lucha Bros win, they retain. Um, this is far from over, like I said. And again, we moving forward to the next match. That's how the tone was for the whole show. And next up, we had Miro versus Bryan Danielson, the finals of the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament. This match was great. This was 3 years after, 3 years ago they wrestled on SmackDown, and I remember that match vividly for some reason. I remember it. It was a good match, but you guys know how WWE is. You basically on the leash. You can't really do the stuff that you probably would want to do. For example, in this match, Bryan Danielson, this is one of the main reasons why he left WWE. For those leashes to come off, for him to really go in the ring and show us why he's called the American Dragon. Same with Miro. This is what I've been saying in all my Dynamite reviews. This is Miro's greatest run. This surpasses Rusev Day. Like I said all the time, Rusev Day was over, and Bryan Danielson wins. Now, in my preview and predictions, I had Bryan Danielson to win this, but I wouldn't have had mine Miro winning this. You know, like I said, they moving rapidly. the tone of these three matches so far was fire. I loved it, and this roster they showing us that they busting their ass for us, and they showing us why they the number one company. Jurassic Express and Christian Cage versus the Super Click, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. This you want to talk about hard to call. I believe this was a Falls Count Anywhere match, but this seemed like a street fight to me. um, Shout out to Adam Cole. Love his theme is one of my favorites in the whole company. His entrance, especially, one of my favorites in the whole company. And you know, Adam Cole, he sent a hit on Jurassic Express the other night. Reunited with Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish basically did his dirty work, and I definitely see Kyle O'Reilly coming in sooner rather than later. And the Undisputed Era's reunion in some way, obviously they can't be called that name, but I'll talk about this in the main event. But as for this match, these 6 guys, I said on Twitter, they bust their ass for us. They worked hard, and this match was insane. When Luchasaurus did the standing superstar press, and Jungle Boy did that react, and his reaction, that shit was the highlight of the match. This match also showcased that Jungle Boy, like I said, the 4 pillars. Jungle Boy's in that list. This match was really a showcase to further that, you know. And Christian Cage looked great in this match too, and I believe it was Matt Jackson did a fantastic elbow drop off the top rope, and I believe it was Luchasaurus that hit that was on the table. That was a great spot, and Jungle Boy gets the pin after a concerto, and like I said, if you guys missed this match, definitely check this one out. Next up, we got Cody Rhodes. Cody, man. Look, man, just turn heel. If you turn heel, probably like you again. So, Cody Rhodes in Impact versus Malachi Black and Andrade. I feel this match should have been on the buy-in, if you ask me. I feel like this was just a way of getting Cody on the show, because we all know Cody was not going to be on the show in some type of way, you know. like I said, this is turn heel, man. There's not much I could say about these four guys. We all know what they could do in the ring. Cody and Pac pick up the victory in this one, and yeah, when Cody sucks. Next up, we got my girl, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, our AEW Women's Champion, versus Tay Conti for the AEW Women's Championship. This was Tay Conti's greatest match of her life, her best match I ever seen of her, and again, this was one of the reasons why she left NXT. She wanted to further her craft, and they wasn't giving her the opportunity to do so because of that stacked roster at the time. And we all know how good Britt Baker is. She's one of the best in the company, male or female. And this, you know, I don't need to bring up WWE right now, but we got Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan coming up soon. And Liv Morgan, I'm a huge fan of her. Britt Baker even though she picked up the victory and retained as she should, she did put over Tay Conti strong. She showed a lot of her moves, and you can tell that she wanted to put her over because there's so much there with her. She's a future star and a future champion of this company in the women's division. And you can say about Liv Morgan on the other side. Will Becky Lynch do the same? Probably not. You know, look what she did to Bianca. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But look at somebody like Charlotte Flair. I don't see Charlotte Flair doing something like this. Like a Tony Storm, for example. You know, she's selfish in that regard. But you can see Britt Baker is for the women's division in AEW. Like she knows that after me, there has to be somebody to pick up things. And Tay Conti definitely one of those names. And this match was great. If you guys missed this one, check it out. Um, Next up, we got CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Now, I feel the street fight should have happened before this, but that's just me. You know, I run 3 group chats and I asked everybody in them, like, you guys felt what I was saying. A lot of my friends agreed. You know, again, I feel the Cody Rhodes match should have happened on the buy-in. That's just me. This was not a match. This was a fight. Basically, Eddie Kingston walked up and told Punk what a lot of people, according to Kingston, was afraid to say to Punk, like, yo, we don't want you here, leave. And I'm glad this was not a technical Matt Classic. This was a fight as it should be, because that's what this story was basically built on. And the tense of everything. And now, before I feel like if Moxley didn't, if Moxley didn't do what he did, I feel like it would have been Bryan Danielson and Punk versus Moxley and Kingston. I definitely see this happening when Moxley comes back. We don't know when. If I'm being real with you guys, in a perfect world, I would say he'll Moxley definitely coming back before Revolution. I believe Revolution is at the end of February. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's the next AEW big pay per view. And Moxley definitely gonna be back before then. In the perfect world, we hope he does, but this is not about wrestling. This is about Moxley, Jonathan Good. I believe that's his real name, the man. So I said it in my last Dynamite review. We wish you nothing but the best, and we waiting for you when you come back. Um, Punk had his gear last night was fire. I loved it. Yeah, Punk gets the W, but this is far from over, guys. Like I said, I definitely see that tag team match happening down the road because Punk and Danielson, they really want to work together, whether it's against each other or with each other, chasing the tag titles, for example. Now that I would like to see that. Um, Next up we got the street fight, but I won't talk about that because, like I said, I did not watch it. So instead of that, I want to talk about this because this did. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe this happened after the street fight. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But Jay Lethal is all elite, and this is a fantastic signing. I feel I should tell you guys a little about Jay Lethal because I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know who he is. Like, I, especially some of my friends, y'all know who he is, but the rest of y'all, it started in TNA. He was over in TNA to the point where people were saying, "Yo, this could be the next AJ Styles." Jay Lethal was one of the X Division legends. Everybody remembers his cosplay of Randy Savage and Ric Flair to an extent. Everybody remembers the Wolf, and after that, he was let go. To this day, he don't know why, but he was let go. This was during Dixie Carter's reign, I believe. Yeah, it was. And since then, he's been with Ring of Honor up until now, and again in Ring of Honor, he was one of the basis of that promotion. And for Tony Khan to pick somebody like this up is a huge W, especially coaching wise. He has a lot to offer because he does run a wrestling school, and he's a one of the one of the greatest of my generation to do this. And he challenged Sammy G's first match in AEW. I can't wait to see that because a lot of people never seen Jay Lethal wrestle, and this will be a treat for y'all because we know how good Sammy G is. You know, yeah, I don't know who won that street fight. I can't tell you guys, so I apologize. Um, yeah, next up is what we all been waiting for. Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion versus Hangman Adam Page. This is, I said this on Twitter. Tony Khan, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page. They told a beautiful story with the absolute correct ending. With Hangman Adam Page being crowned as our fourth ever AEW World Heavyweight Champion. The match itself was fire, as you expect, and Kenny was working hurt in this match, as I found out earlier today by my good brother Logan. And honestly, we all know he was working hurt, but it was really hard to tell that he was working with a shoulder injury, I believe it was. And Hangman did it. This was 2 years in the making, like I said in the beginning of the video. Ever since AEW came into existence, this was all Hangman wanted, and now it's time. Man, you see stuff like this is why I love wrestling. And like I said, this was a great story. This was literally a year to the date at last year's Full Gear. And what more can I say? If you guys missed this one, check it out. And I believe Kenny will be going away for some time, as he should. I feel he needs to rest up. But now it looks like Adam Cole will most likely be the leader of the elite. Meaning then Kenny may well very get kicked out and turn face. Because if you guys don't know this, Kenny Omega wants to turn face again real soon. And this is be a perfect time for that. A heel Adam Cole versus a babyface Omega. Shit, man, take my bread. um, yeah, on paper, before this show even happened, it looked better than All Out. That's just me. And after the show, I still feel the same. This was one of the greatest, if not the greatest pay per view they've done up until this point. And especially the first half of the show. Like we got straight wrestling, guys. Like to the point where I'm wrestled out right now. You guys see my background. I was watching One Piece before I recorded this, and yeah, this is one of the reasons why I love this company. This is, I believe, this is like the first era of AEW coming to an end. Excuse me, and we're entering a brand new era of AEW. We got more people coming in. We got the Forbidden Door being open even more. Okada's coming in real soon. We got Ishii on Wednesday. Who, shout out to Ishii. He won 2 championships last night. Last night at the show. I will talk about it with my good brother Logan in my next video because I will. Like I said, I'm reviewing the show. I got y'all, and I got y'all with the starting review. Kevin, Gamers Goon. I know y'all waiting. It's coming, bros. And that's all I have to say about Full Gear 2021. Everybody killed it. Um, yeah, I got a little news. So Malachi Black and Eddie Kingston, it came out that they suffered injuries coming out of their respective matches, and I hope they get well soon. I hope it's not too serious. And that's all I got for you guys. Um, Again, I apologize for being so late. Like I said, after Full Gear, I went straight to New Japan and then Stardom. I still didn't finish Stardom. I gotta finish it after this, after I finish recording. But shout out to all my favorite content creators. You guys know who you are. I saw all y'all reviews. Y'all killed it. I respect y'all. Y'all one of the reasons why I'm doing this, to have fun and just contribute my thoughts out there with the best of the best. And yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button, like I said. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the show. And if you guys agree with what I said about this being one of the greatest pay-per-views they've done. And I got more videos coming. New Japan, Stardom, Roman Reigns, and I may preview and predict Survivor Series. That's up in the air right now. But if I do, I might have guests join me or not. I'll keep you guys posted. So definitely follow me on Twitter. Same name. And I'll catch you guys next time for the next one. Take care, guys.